Greetings. My name is Father Stephen Huber. I'm a priest of the Congregation of St. Basil and a member of NAVFD. And I am pleased to accept this invitation from Sister Nancy to offer a reflection this Lenten season on the theme of walking together. The theme of walking together is something that is important for us as religious. And as I think about the context in which we can understand this theme, I can think of no better context than the words of Pope Francis in his apostolic exhortation, Evangelii Gaudium, which he wrote in 2013 at the beginning of his pontificate. In this document, Pope Francis speaks about the art of the accompaniment, which he refers to as our need to remove our sandals before the sacred ground of the other, to walk with them in a journey that is steady and reassuring, reflecting our closeness to the people that we walk with, and also reflecting the compassionate gaze which heals, liberates, and encourages growth in the Christian life. We see so many examples of this accompaniment in the saints and in Christ himself. And it's important for us to remember that accompanying another person, walking with them, requires us to slow down a bit. That it's not just about immediately responding to their needs, fixing whatever their problem is, and then sending them on their way and saying, "Get out of here, I have other things that I need to do." It's about taking that time to slow down, to truly sit, to truly listen, and to truly allow the other person to speak to us about their journey so that we can grow in understanding, walk with them, and truly help them. And sometimes I think when we look at our day-to-day lives and all the many things that we have to do, this can be incredibly difficult. Where I currently serve in Windsor, Ontario, I'm the administrator of 3 different parish communities. And between the day-to-day pastoral demands of masses and funerals and meetings and other office work, sometimes it can feel very difficult to take the time to sit down, to be present to a person, to allow them the space that they need for that journey of healing, of growth. But that's exactly what we are called to do. And that's exactly how we can help others to grow in Christ. Pope Francis, as he continues his reflections on accompaniment, reminds us that we need to practice the art of listening, which is more than just simply hearing. Listening is an openness of heart, which makes possible that closeness without which genuine spiritual encounter cannot occur. Pope Francis says that listening helps us to find the right gesture and word, which shows that we are more than just simply bystanders. And only through this respectful and compassionate listening can we enter on the paths of true growth and awaken a yearning for the Christian ideal, the desire to respond fully to God's love and to bring to fruition what he has sown in our lives. I think all of us in our work recognize that there are some people that it is easy to accompany, some people that it is easy to take the time to spend with. But we also have those members of our communities, of our ministries, that it can be difficult to connect with. Those parishioners who are very demanding of our time. Those other confreres, our other brothers and sisters in religious life who maybe are difficult to get along with. Our challenge this Lenten season is to see how we can better accompany them, how we can lead them to greater spiritual growth, to greater understanding, and help them to truly encounter the compassionate mercy of our God. It's also important for us to recognize as religious that we need to allow ourselves to be accompanied as well. So we can ask 2 questions. The first question, which I think is more often the easier one, is who am I walking with? Who do I accompany in my day-to-day life? The people in my ministry, the people in my community, perhaps friends or family members who are struggling with illness. But sometimes the more difficult question to answer is, who am I allowing to walk with me? Who can I go to open up to? Who can I share my struggles with? Who can I seek support from? Perhaps it's a spiritual director, perhaps it's a friend, perhaps it's another trusted member of our community. But so important for us to have that person or that group of people, because if we ourselves are not being fed and nourished, we cannot expect to be able to feed or nourish others. And in my time here in Canada, I have been blessed with my contact with a group of young religious that calls itself Around the Well. It's a group of younger members of communities throughout Canada who gather together both in person and online for that sharing of fellowship, for that sharing of community gifts, for that sharing of the joys, the hopes, and the struggles of religious life. And in doing so, we are able to build up and strengthen each other. And we go back to our ministries with renewed vigor, knowing that we have the support and the prayers of others who are walking similar paths in our lives. So as we journey throughout this Lenten season, I encourage you not only to ask yourself who you are going to be walking with, but who you are going to allow to walk with you, to give you comfort and support and guidance. May God bless you throughout this Lenten season and always.